expect down the straight. None of that from the top two though.
Comes to fruition. Out on Murray's they come then, trainer in front, Cook is in the tow as they go up towards Ritchie's, the Rogue Motorsport car chasing after Sean Trainer, and the slipstream not as effective as some other categories here, so Trainer's able to hang on as they turn their way into Ritchie's. Lee Brown is third. This is a great drive from here in the early stages. Ben Rowe is fourth, Sam Harper fifth, sixth is Paul Cook, seventh is Nick Williamson, 8th Darren Aldworth, Paul Hinton 9th, and 10th is Adam Lockwood, as the rest of the field just blow free. They're the Mark 1s, they're 3 wide in the leading pack of the Mark 1s, so we'll try and pick that out as the race goes on for the older cars, which aren't as quick as the newer ones, of course. So some great racing there though. Cam Walton from the back got to 26, so that is what, 16 cars he overtook on the first lap of this race. We'll see how much further he can get, and whether he can get himself to a position where he'll be in a good slot for later on today. The grid position for race 2 is set by the fastest laps in this one. The race leaders out of Agostini in the same order.
Yes, and then it does look as though we're just pairing off slightly at the front of the order, because 3rd and 4th place very close together as well, Brown and Rowe. Rowe had some very exciting racing at Brown's last time, was in amongst it pretty much always, and was leading I think at one point, but made a bit of an error.
Shane Manfridge had a moment, local driver to Snetterton. He managed to save it though. Unfortunately, he was on the grass headed down towards Oggies, which would not be ideal for slowing the car down.
I see Daniel Bryant diving to the inside. He's a local one for me down in Portsmouth. He's in the midst of a great battle actually going through Williams, I think on the outside of the top 20. Yeah. But Bryant, he's picking up through some places there. And just 3/10 clear. Trainer in his wheel tracks, but not close enough to remove that time going through Ritchie's.
Paul Cook's on the move. He's put himself ahead of Sam Harper for 5th position. And Paul Cook's lapping quicker than everyone but the leader. So this is more like it, what I'd expect from Paul Cook. He didn't qualify particularly well. So the order is Aaron Cook from Sean Trainer, Lee Brown, Ben Rowe, Paul Cook, Sam Harper, Nick Williamson, Darren Aldworth, Paul Hinton and Adam Lockwood. Cam Walton's into the top 20 now. He's 19th. How much further can he get up? This is a great drive from him. Real shame whatever happened in qualifying, but he's putting that to right now, overtaking loads of cars. The leaders head down towards Agostini. There's a battle for 5th. Paul Cook coming back under pressure. That's from Sam Harper. A bit further back, Paul Hinton's under pressure. What's going on here? He was a winner last year. He was a winner at Donington Park. He was a champion in the last decade, but he's down in 9th position and under pressure. He had engine issues, I understand, at Brands Hatch. And perhaps not all is sorted this weekend at Snetterton.
Potentially not. Adam Lockwood doing well in the top 10 there with Hinton, actually, as you say. There's a few drivers out of position, aren't there? Not quite where you'd expect them to be, but of course my form book is largely actually based on races where they've had to split the grid. Here at the Snetterton 300 circuit, they of course don't have to, owing to the size of the circuit. So it is unusual, if you're familiar with them from split grids, to see, oh, the guy who was third is suddenly in 50.
left-hand side of the circuit. To beat, you can see it, but of course if you're tucked up right behind another car, it's harder to see.
Trainer, I think he went wide there and ended up having to really lift out of it, has dropped down behind Aaron Cook. Noticing actually that Trainer's not on the timing screen there.
Right, so he must have had a transponder.
Yes.
Something happened with that as he went side by side. But yeah, so he made a mistake then, did he, on the exit of Ritchie's? So it looked like he made the move, but in the end it wasn't. My attention was then drawn to the oily circuit and drivers having moments. So Lee Brown lost third, Ben Rowe got ahead of him. Oh, is Aaron Cook? Red flags. Red flags.